Going live in 3, 2, 1. What is up, my fellow crypto nuts? Hope all is well for you today in the land of crypto. What you see before you is my first on-face video. First thing you need to do is go buy some of them Bitcoins, because Bitcoins is good. Okay. I recently realized that I used to edit my videos a lot, and it's probably better. I seen someone in the comments section saying they were laughing at my whole video because of some of the stuff I was saying. It's because I'm unedited videos where I'm just myself. So let's just do that. People might like it a lot better. Okay, what you see before you here is an old guy with reading glasses. Other than that, on the screen, we've got the daily chart of Bitcoin. What I've added here is I've not copied this, but Benjamin Cowan. I've talked to you about this guy many times, and I believe he's a doctor or PhD in mathematics of some sorts. I'm not sure exactly what he is, but I do believe this is a fellow that's making a lot of money, and I can kind of start telling the difference. I've been in this since October of 2020, and there's a few channels I still watch, folks, and this fellow's one. What I like is this bull market support bands he's got here. And so what I've done on my chart here is I've put in his bull market support bands along with what it is the green and the orange are the 20 and 21 week moving average. The blue line on top, I got a cat scratching my PS4 up. Gosh. It's super annoying. When you're making videos, it's super annoying when there's noises in the background. If you ever see anyone flipping out on social media because someone makes a noise or their cat or somebody does something, there's something about making a video and you lose your train of thought and you just got to, right? So just keep that in mind. Cut people some slack. The blue line moving average is the 8-week moving average. The green is the 21 week and the orange is the 20. And he's been calling this the bull market support. The two on bottom are the bull market support. I just want to show you this, and he's talking about the 8-week coming in and influencing. Now, the thing I don't like about moving averages and why I've never really shown them on my channel is because they're lagging indicators, right? They're just telling you what's already happened. But in this case, the bull market support band is very relevant. And I want to show you something here. For those of you that have been watching my recent videos, you know that my analysis has been scaringly good. Like, it kind of freaks me out a little bit. Now I'm having a little trouble finding when I should get in and out of trades, but I'm still learning myself. But for those of you that have been watching my recent videos, if you've actually been paying attention to what I say could happen, particularly on these little dumps, it's just almost spot on, right? And I like it. My chart, I've been hyping up my chart and patting myself on the back, but I want to show you something. I'm taking this from Benjamin Cowan. He's got 800,000 subscribers on this video. He's got 53,000 views. And there it is. I put in those 3 moving averages onto my chart, and there it is. And watch this. I'm going to bring in my chart here. Boom. Wait. Boom. My bull flag. The green pump going up is the pole, and the green descending parallel channel going down is the flag. Now, I've erased most of my little patterns out of here to make it more clear, and I'm going to leave those 2 in there because I'm watching that. But I want to show you something. Let's take my chart back off. I just want to show you something. Like, you see, if you're watching a lot of videos out there, you're seeing Fibonacci. You know, a lot of the channels just have learned how to do this off watching other YouTube channels, and I learned all that from them too. But I've done my own thing here, just observations I've noticed, and hide my drawings. I want to show you something. I want to show you, right? I've been saying that my kaleidoscope, I call it my kaleidoscope system. It's just one pattern after the next. It just goes in. It just changed like you're turning a kaleidoscope. I erased a lot of them out of here, but a lot of the patterns. But it's just one pattern. Once one pattern ends, another one starts, and the ones that were valid a couple of days ago, I leave them there, even though I've just erased up a lot. Let's put my chart back on there. This is new to me, looking at the camera, making a video with the camera. And I'm gonna do this unedited, and so pardon my stuttering, and I'll get this down a little better for you. But inside here, right, there's just pattern after pattern after pattern, and I erased all the triangles and all the other stuff that's going on in there, so it's easier for you to look at. I call it kaleidoscope, and I've been hyping it up and talking about how good it's working, and I'm really happy with it. I just want to show you this, right? This is I believe a doctor in mathematics, and this is one of his favorite things to do. And I put his 3 moving averages on here that he's watching, and I want to show you something. I just want to show you something. I want to take my magnet off here, and I want to show you something. I want to show you why did it do that? No, don't do that. Because I started drawing it, put them back. Oh, it puts them back on there. Oh, that's annoying. Anyways, I want to show you something. I didn't know this. Obviously, this is the first time I've done this. I just fired the camera up. And anyways, so that's good. It's close enough. Because I draw, it puts my drawings back on there. That's stupid. And then it takes them off. I can't draw. It's because I have my drawings erased. They consider the brush a drawing. Okay. Anyways, you can see where these three moving. You can see where those 3 moving averages are. Right. Take off my chart. I just want to show you. Boom. Look at that. Look where that's at. I'm going to get those things back off. Get off there. His 8-week moving average, folks. Look where it's at. Like, maybe I can draw an arrow on there. Maybe this will be better. Boom. Shakalaka. Boom. Oops. See my crooked tooth? That's probably showing up good on camera. Got a crooked tooth. Okay, arrows. Boom, shakalaka. Boom, shakalaka. Boom, shakalaka. Folks, would you take a look and see where his 3 moving averages are on my chart? My parallel channel that I noticed back here, up here in March, when it came up here and hit the second data point. I mean, it's more than second, but on the top, it was, I don't want to start talking it. I have a habit of trying to explain things, and it's good for new people, but for the people that watch my videos, I'm sure it's super annoying. So anyways, my parallel channel that I've been talking about for about a month now, before it actually formed. Look at that. Look, look where his 3 lines are at. The top one up here, the 8-week moving average, is literally, let's zoom in. This is what I was talking about with confluence. So basically my chart, I've talked about it recently, seems to be the sum of the Fibonacci levels, the sum of the moving averages, all the stuff you see, the super confusing, massive thousands of indicators out there on YouTube, and this and that and this and that and all that stuff. I've just kept it real simple, and I noticed this. I mean, look at that. I can't zoom in. I'll zoom in as far as I possibly can. I just want to show you where the doctor of mathematics, I think he's a doctor, PhD. I'm pretty sure he's an advanced mathematician. I want to show you, folks, where that moving average is on my chart. Look at that. Boom. It's literally right there. I mean, it's just the top of my channel is 67,174, and that moving average is 67,211. Look at that. I just find this fascinating that this can be possible. And this is all this video really is. I'll make another video here in an hour or two and give you some kind of analysis. But I just want to show you this. Let's zoom in down here. Now, this is the 21-week and the 20-week moving average. That's a long time. I just want to show you that, where that is in the bottom of my channel. This is the bull market support band. And I'm sure other channels on YouTube are using the bull market support band. And I just want to show you where that's at on my chart. Look at that. It's literally the bottom of my channel, right, is, for lack of a better word, it's actually almost spot on, right? Spot on in between them. Look at that. I mean, it's actually right in the middle, right? This is the first time I looked at this. The bottom one is 54,000. The 20-week moving average is 54,452. The 21-week, this is the bull market support band, mind you, where I do think Bitcoin could come down to. The 21-week is 55,573, and the bottom of my channel is smack dab in the center, 54,986. For those of you that want to pull out a calculator, that's just a shot, just a little bit off, just a few dollars off, if I'm right, of the smack dab in the middle of those two. I just want to show you that. I think it's fascinating. I've been saying that my chart is basically the sum of all those massive amounts of indicators and technical analysis and all that stuff you see out there, which is good to learn. But I've just noticed I don't know exactly how this is working. It doesn't, I mean, it's strange. It's strange. But with my kaleidoscope method, I can kind of see a little bit into the future as far as what's going to happen in the short term. I'm having a hard time, not a hard time, but it'll probably come in time, seeing exactly when to get in, like day trading, when to get in exactly and when to get out exactly. And I'm just taking it slow. But I do think I'm just about there. And I should be able to start relating that stuff to you here pretty soon. Oh, you know what? My lighting got messed up, didn't it? Shoot. I apologize. Okay, where was I? Anyways, yeah, patting myself on the back a little bit. But that's it, right? So what I was saying, let's go down to the hourly chart, right? And for those of you that watched my last few videos over the last week and a half, week or so, well, let's get rid of those moving averages on that. They don't make sense on the hourly chart because they're on the daily chart. Okay, so I erased a lot of the patterns out of here. But for those of you that were watching, it is obvious to you that some of the stuff I've been saying is just spot on. Like I was saying, my last video, I was talking about coming down to here and testing this area here. This white horizontal line is 62,502. And I was saying if it comes below there, if the candle body comes below this line and stays down there on the hourly chart or a higher time frame, then we're probably looking at further downside, right? But I was just saying if it's just a wick, right? If it's just a wick that goes through it, then probably not, right? And look at that. Look at that. It literally came down there and just a little wick went below it. It's almost to a T. And I made that video back through here when I saw it get rejected from the 65,000 area. These big wicks on top here. I said rejection, 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 rejection. This is coming lower. It was basically right here on this candle here. And there it is, right? Boom. And it came all the way down here to exactly that line I was talking about. And I just get that line from going back here to the left and looking at history where there was a lot of interaction. And that's how I got that line. And it's just, I don't know if this was possible like 50 years ago. This could be the result of algorithms, right? Programmed algorithms, trading, automated, mechanized, just automated trading, computers doing this, because this is pretty wild. And okay, so I have these smaller channels in here, and while we're making this video, look, it's testing the top right here, and I wouldn't be surprised. Well, it's hard to. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a small rejection right here. Like if we go to the 5-minute chart, this is what the stuff I can start doing for you in the future. If you want to keep watching my channel, subscribe and like and do all that jazz. I see exactly what I was just going to say. That's the top of that channel on a 5-minute chart. Look at that, and it is. I was just saying I wouldn't be surprised if there's rejection here. You can't really see it on an hourly chart, but there it is. It already did it once, wicked down, came back up. Look at this, 5-minute chart. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth 5-minute candle out of the last 5. Not rejecting us. Bouncing off that as support. Now that probably won't last because that's just, let's go back to the hourly. And this is, I don't know what video this is. I just wanted to fire this up because I find it fascinating. I like sharing this. And if you're still listening out there, let me know down in the comment section if you're still listening, because I do believe in time I can bring this home for you. This is what I just saw on the hourly chart, right? And I was like, I've been on a 5-minute chart. There's a support bouncing off there, blah blah blah, right? So this could eventually give way. See on the 5-minute chart how that bounced off there multiple times. The more times it bounces off something, the greater likelihood it will eventually break. Right here, right now. Right? This could eventually break. Now, it doesn't have to. It might bounce from here, right? And go up here to this white line and then come back down. So that's something I would look for. But I can't see exactly what's going to happen. But I can tell you pretty much that if it goes up, that's where it's going to come back down, right? And if it does get back down, if it does, like right now, if it does break down through this support line, I have this other little channel in here, a little different. What's that called? Inclination, de-inclination, descent, little different angle, right? And then it creates in the middle of these channels, it creates all these little dotted lines where it could be support, right? And so for like day trading, I could just sit here and watch and wait and say, oh, come on, maybe here, but I don't know for sure. But anyways, in a nutshell, if it gets down into these channels, it'll probably get stuck in here for a while, right? And I would be looking at this horizontal white line at 62,502 again for support, right? And then come back up here, and then this would be these two channel lines would be resistance, right? Boom, or maybe this one here, boom, right? And like I just said up here, that 5-minute chart where it was bouncing off that support multiple times. The more times it bounces off there, it has a higher likelihood of breaking down through it. So if it breaks down through it, the same thing holds true for this white line at 62,502, right? My last video, I talked about watching that line right here, right now. That's why this is relevant, right? Boom. It tested that white line on the hourly chart. Boom. And just like up here where I circled on the 5-minute chart, breaking this support line, the same thing true is with this white line, the 62,500. Same thing's true. The more times, I would suspect it's coming down here eventually. The more times it tests this 62,500, the more likelihood it is to go boom, right? And then I'd be looking down here, and let's go to the daily chart. I just want to show you this. I just find this simply fascinating. And I could sit here and talk all day about this because it's I don't know. Is it really this easy? You know, is it really going to be this easy to make a bunch of money? I mean, seriously, all the things I've done in my life to make money, and I'm sitting here drawing patterns on a screen, right? That could lead to millions of dollars. You know, if I just take it slow and don't get carried away. Okay, so in a nutshell, what I'm saying is I'm in a long and a short, and I'll make a video about that. I don't want to get into that in this video because it's already long enough. I'm in a long and a short right now. I took profit on my short yesterday about this time and got back into a short. And this green band down here, I have a bunch of little long positions set. And if it dives down here to 53,000 to 50,000, I have a buy box down there. That's protecting my liquidation on my long order. And as you can see, I don't want to get into this. Anyways, you can see, right? I wouldn't be surprised if it does come down to the bull market support lines. It could happen, you know. And the thing I guess I want to tell you is on YouTube, Bitcoin titles and thumbnails, they really mess with your head. And I don't know if they know if they're doing it on purpose because they want your views. And so a lot of people on YouTube are making a lot of money just off their YouTube channel. And to be honest with you, I don't know if they're even making any money whatsoever trading Bitcoin, because one day it's doom and gloom, and the next day it's to the moon, and the next day it's just it's just the story changes, and it's just screwing with your head for views. So even if the video itself is good, the titles and thumbnails can really mess with your head. And I just want to tell you that Bitcoin could easily come down to the bottom of my big parallel channel here, and the middle of May, that would correlate with 53,000. Right? These moving averages here, the bull market support band, they will, as the price comes down or even stays flat, if the price comes down, these will, I can't draw with, that's annoying. They should let me draw without that. But anyways, these will start to flatten out like this, right? The more price comes down, right, they'll start to do this. So that will stay in correlation with the bar on my channel. That's just how it's working, right? This one, the more price comes down, the moving average will come down, right? Basically run right on the top of my channel. It's not perfect, but that's how it's working. So it's very interesting, and I've said that a bunch of times, and I guess I'm just going to start saying the same thing over and over. And I don't know what this did for anyone, but I just wanted to show you how fascinating this is. And if you've been watching my recent videos, you're welcome. You're welcome. And this could come down easily. Bottom of this, 56, 57. Protect yourself out there. Protect yourself. May, we could have, April could be a red month. May could be a red month. And June could be a red month. Right? Bitcoin could stay in this channel for an extended amount of time, because I do believe this was the mid-cycle pump. It was not the parabolic cycle pump, which is bad news, but it's good news, because why? My light went off again. Oh, I'm just going to roll with it. Why is it bad news and good news? Well, because I'm drawing lines on my screen for no apparent reason other than to move my chart. It's bad news because in the short term, it's coming down here, right? Maybe it does. Maybe it does come down here to 50,000. 50,000's on the table for sure. Maybe even the 40,000s. So protect yourself. And so that's June 30th right there. The middle of June is the bottom of my upper channel here. Is 51,000. This is 48,000. Middle of June could be 48, 50,000, and that could happen. Bad news, that could happen. Good news is, you know what this is? This is a bull flag, extremely bullish. Poink! There's the real pump. Here it is. Well, now we found it. Now we found it. There's the cycle pump. Right, this was the mid-cycle pump. The real cycle hasn't even started yet. Boom, shakalaka. All right. Have a good day. Later.